Welcome back to Dog Talk, the place where we ask the real questions. I'm Dr. Ben Parker, your curiosity expert. Tonight, we are diving deep into the bedroom, specifically your dog's obsession with your bed. Picture this. It's late, you are exhausted, you finally lie down, and then you hear the inevitable pitter-patter of paws. Meet our case study, a guy named Theo and his beagle mix, Beans. Every single night, Beans performs a highly calculated tactical maneuver to claim his sleeping spot. Beans launches his heavy body directly onto Theo's mattress. After a dramatic sigh, he curls up into a perfect, dense little donut of fur right at the foot of the bed. Theo is left with roughly 3 inches of mattress real estate. He's clinging to the edge like a mountaineer, yet strangely, he doesn't mind this property theft at all. Now, here is the kicker. Out in the living room sits a state-of-the-art, self-warming dog bed that cost a fortune. It even has Theo's old fleece jacket on it for comfort. But Beans? He treats that luxury bed like it's radioactive. He hasn't spent a single full night there. Why? Is he cold? Is it separation anxiety? Or something deeper? As a curiosity expert, I love asking, why not? Why not sleep on the fancy bed? It turns out, this isn't just a quirky habit, or a sign of an overly clingy canine. When Beans chooses that crowded mattress over his luxurious solo suite, he is acting on an ancient evolutionary memory. It's a biological script written long ago. There is a profound neurochemical reaction happening in that fluffy head. A message broadcast without a word. Today, we are going to decode that midnight message. If you've ever woken up with a paw on your face and thought, why do I put up with this? Hit subscribe. Let's travel back in time to the era of wild wolves. Thousands of years ago, for the ancestors of our dogs, falling asleep was basically an extreme sport. It was the most dangerous time of day. Survival wasn't guaranteed. Closing your eyes meant turning off your defenses. If a wolf slept alone, they were an easy snack for a larger predator. The wilderness was not forgiving to solo sleepers. To survive the night, wolves had to sleep in a literal pile of family members. They shared body heat to survive freezing temperatures and created an early warning system. Someone was always half awake, an ear twitching at snapping twigs. Sleeping apart was practically a death sentence. You stayed close to the pack, or you didn't wake up. Fast forward to today. The biggest predator Beans faces is the vacuum cleaner. The physical threats are gone, but that ancient survival software is still running in his DNA. Deep in his genetic code, a rule is etched in stone. I must be next to someone to be safe. That old instinct is the primary reason your dog refuses to sleep alone. Let's look at Beans' adoption story. 7 years ago, Theo found this nervous 1-year-old beagle mix at a shelter. Beans was huddled in the corner, terrified of the world. When Theo reached out, Beans hesitated, then gently booped his nose against Theo's hand. The contract was signed. But building trust takes time, especially at night. On his very first night at Theo's house, Beans slept in the far corner of the living room. He made himself as small as possible, pressing his back against the cold wall. He looked asleep, but his eyes would snap open at the slightest creak of the floorboards. He was a lone wolf in a strange cave running on pure survival instinct. About a week later, Beans made his first bold move. He crept up to the bedroom door. He just stood there, poking his little wet nose through the crack, analyzing things. By day 10, he finally crossed the threshold into the bedroom, but he stayed firmly under the bed. The mattress overhead acted as a protective den roof. Getting closer. Then came day 15. Theo woke up in the middle of the night to a warm, fuzzy weight resting against his feet. Beans had finally conquered the mattress. Summit reached. Theo thought Beans was just getting used to the house. But this 15-day journey was actually a rigorous testing protocol. Beans was conducting a canine safety audit. He was asking his DNA, is this human safe enough to sleep next to? By moving onto the bed, Beans officially declared Theo as his trusted pack member. The ultimate honor. Now, let's talk about the after-work routine. Every day, when the front door opens, Beans transforms into a furry hurricane. His tail spins like a helicopter rotor. He playfully swats at Theo's knees, whining with joy. Theo drops his bags, crouches down, and gives Beans the premium behind the ear scratches. It lasts maybe 2 minutes. But Theo admits those 2 minutes are the absolute best part of his day. All the stress of the office evaporates, and guess what? Science completely backs him up on this. During that brief greeting, an incredible neurochemical fireworks display is going off in both of their brains. It's not just happiness, it's biological bonding in action. Back in 2015, a groundbreaking study from Azabu University in Japan was published in Science. They measured oxytocin levels in dogs and their human companions. Oxytocin is often called the love hormone. It's the exact same chemical that floods a mother's brain when she holds her newborn baby for the very first time. The researchers had 30 dogs and humans simply look into each other's eyes. The results blew the scientific community away. When the dog looked at the human, magic happened. The human's oxytocin levels spiked, but simultaneously, the dog's oxytocin levels also shot through the roof. This mutual chemical surge created an invisible feedback loop. The human feels love and naturally pets the dog more. The dog feels secure and stares back longer, triggering another wave of oxytocin. It is a continuous loop of pure joy. Scientists brilliantly named this the oxytocin-gaze positive loop. And here is the wildest part. This specific interspecies chemical loop is only found in humans and dogs. They tried the exact same experiment with hand-reared wolves. These wolves loved their humans, but when they locked eyes, nothing. The oxytocin loop did not activate at all. This means over 15,000 years of living together, dogs have hacked our biological maternal systems. They evolved to trigger our deepest caregiving instincts. And physical touch? That puts the whole system into overdrive. Research shows that just 10 minutes of petting a dog significantly drops cortisol levels for both of you. Cortisol is the stress hormone. It's the stuff that makes you feel anxious and overwhelmed. Petting your dog literally flushes that stress chemical out of your nervous system. So, think about Theo and Beans spending 8 hours together in the same bed every single night. Their body heat is shared, their breathing falls into a rhythmic pattern. Even when Theo unconsciously rests a hand on Beans' back, those brains are working. They are silently whispering, "You are safe, you are loved," all night long. This isn't just a bad habit of letting the dog on the furniture. This is 15 millennia of coevolution. It's the biology of bonding, playing out on a memory foam mattress. There is another fascinating layer to this. Theo noticed something curious about where Beans decides to park himself. Usually, Beans is a foot-of-the-bed kind of sleeper. He likes his space down by the toes. But last winter, Theo came down with a brutal case of the flu. He was shivering, coughing, and feeling miserable under the heavy blankets. That night, Beans abandoned his usual spot at the foot of the bed. Instead, he marched right up to the pillows and plastered his furry body directly against Theo's chest. Beans rested his chin on Theo's arm, pointing his nose at Theo's throat. Every time Theo coughed, Beans would pop his eyes open and intensely sniff Theo's feverish face. Theo said it was bizarre, but having Beans pressed against him made him feel so much calmer. The dog provided better immediate comfort than the over-the-counter medicine. As your resident curiosity expert, I have to tell you, this isn't magic. It's canine sensory science. Dogs possess an astonishing ability to detect changes in our physiology. They can hear microscopic shifts in your voice tone. Their noses pick up subtle hormonal changes in your sweat. They can even hear the irregular rhythm of a sick heartbeat. To a dog, you are a walking symphony of smells and sounds. When you get sick, your symphony plays out of tune. And dogs, who survived by reading us, notice immediately. Studies show that when an owner is in pain or highly anxious, the dog's stress hormones actually spike too. They are literally feeling your pain through a biological connection. So when Beans glued himself to sick Theo, it wasn't clinginess. It was a wordless message saying, "I know something is wrong. I am going to stay right here and monitor things." When your dog jumps into your bed, they aren't just looking for a soft place to rest their joints. They are making a profound statement about family dynamics and structure. In the human world, the bed is arguably the most private, vulnerable space in the house. Inviting a dog into that space is the ultimate confirmation that they belong to the pack. It's the canine equivalent of being invited to sit at the head of the dinner table. They know they have VIP access to the inner sanctum. They are recognized as true family. But wait, what about your sleep quality? Surely having a twitching, snoring animal in your bed ruins your rest, right? Well, science has a very surprising answer for us. Researchers at the prestigious Mayo Clinic decided to investigate. They tracked 40 adults who slept with their dogs for 7 nights using high-tech sleep tracking devices. The raw data showed exactly what you'd expect. Every time the dog scratched an ear or readjusted, the human's sleep cycle experienced a physical micro-interruption. On paper, the human's sleep efficiency dropped. But here is the fascinating paradox. When researchers interviewed the participants, the humans reported the exact opposite. Almost everyone claimed they felt safer, more relaxed, and woke up feeling significantly more refreshed when their dog was in bed. Psychological comfort overrode the raw data. How is it possible that getting kicked by a dreaming beagle makes you feel more rested? We got a clear answer in 2024 from the University of Jyväskylä in Finland. These brilliant researchers measured heart rate variability, or HRV. in pairs of dogs and their owners. HRV is a massive indicator of autonomic nervous system health. A high HRV means your nervous system is relaxed and recovering well. A low HRV means you are stressed out, in fight or flight mode, and burning the candle at both ends. The researchers discovered something beautiful. In pairs that had lived together for a long time, their HRV patterns literally synchronized. Their nervous systems danced together. If the human had a stressful day and their nervous system was erratic, the dog system echoed that tension. But when the human finally relaxed, the dog system calmed down too. This synchronization was at its absolute strongest during sleep. When the dog's breathing slowed into a peaceful rhythm, it acted like a metronome for the human's beating heart. They tested this with strangers too. If you put a random dog in a bed with a random human, this synchronization doesn't happen. It requires a deep, pre-existing bond of trust. So, every night, Theo and Beans are engaging in a silent biological duet. Two entirely different species, quietly tuning their nervous systems to each other in the dark bedroom. As Theo's heart rate drops into a deep sleep phase, Beans' heart follows. Beans' steady breathing acts as an anchor, pulling Theo away from the anxieties of the modern world. Cortisol plummets, oxytocin soars, blood pressure stabilizes. Beans isn't ruining Theo's sleep hygiene. He is activating an ancient sense of security modern medicine can't replicate. This is not a one-way street of human domination. It is profound, mutual healing. Theo provides a safe fortress for Beans, and Beans provides a grounding presence for Theo. They heal each other simply by existing in the same space. It's a silent agreement made of fur and breath. But as your curiosity expert, I must issue one vital medical warning. If your dog has been your faithful bedfellow for years and suddenly, out of nowhere, they stop jumping up at night, pay close attention. Do not ignore this sudden change. Dogs are creatures of intense habit. When a deeply ingrained, comforting behavior vanishes overnight, there is always a reason. Sometimes it's a change in the home environment. Maybe you brought home a new puppy, or your work schedule shifted drastically. What seems minor to you can feel like an absolute earthquake to your routine-loving dog. However, veterinary researchers warn that a sudden change in sleep location is often one of the very first behavioral indicators that your dog is experiencing hidden physical pain. If your dog stops jumping onto the mattress, it probably doesn't mean they prefer the hardwood floor. It might mean their hips ache or their spine hurts when they try to jump. This is especially crucial for senior dogs. If an older dog starts wandering the halls at night instead of sleeping, it could be a sign of canine cognitive dysfunction, like dementia. Studies show that roughly 35% of dogs over the age of 8 experience some cognitive symptoms. They might feel confused, anxious, or lost in their own home. Remember, our dogs cannot speak to us. They cannot tell us when their joints ache or when they feel disoriented. Their only vocabulary is their behavior and their daily routines. So, if those comforting midnight footsteps suddenly cease, please listen to the silence. Take them to the vet. That absence is a loud message, and we must translate it. Lately, Theo has developed a new appreciation for his nighttime routine. He turns off the lamp, pulls up the covers, and waits in the dark. Soon he hears the familiar tap, tap, tap. Beans hops up, does his mandatory 3 circles to find the perfect magnetic alignment, and collapses with a sigh. Theo reaches down and gives him a slow scratch on the back. The warmth of the dog radiates against his feet. Theo says he used to take it for granted. He never thought about why Beans was there. But knowing the science changes everything. He realizes that out of all the comfortable spots in the house, the sofa, the fancy bed, the rugs, Beans actively chooses the cramped space next to him. Every single night. That choice is not just a random habit. It is a deliberate act of trust and affection. Your dog can't write you a poem or buy you a gift to express how much you mean to them. Instead, they press their small body against your legs. They exhale a warm breath and curl their tail tightly around themselves. This simple, perfect gesture is their entire language. To your dog, your scent, the rhythmic thumping of your heart, the warmth of your skin. Your very existence represents absolute safety. You are their peace. You are their home. And whether you realized it or not, they have been giving you the exact same gift in return. As the chaos of the outside world fades, their quiet presence melts your stress away. That feeling of your shoulders finally dropping, of the daily grind washing away into the mattress, that is the quiet, ancient medicine your dog administers every single night. So tonight, when that furry little torpedo lands on the edge of your blankets, don't just sigh and move over. Take a brief moment to reach out in the dark and stroke their soft fur. Whisper quietly into the night, "Hey buddy, I'm glad you're here too. Acknowledge the incredible 15,000-year-old biological miracle that brought the two of you together. Because in that quiet shared space, both of your nervous systems are finding peace. It is a moment of pure interspecies harmony that makes the wild world feel a little bit safer. Now it's your turn to share. Where does your dog sleep at night? Are they a foot-of-the-bed donut, a pillow stealer, or an under-the-covers burrower? Let me know in the comments. I absolutely love reading about your dog's weird and wonderful sleeping habits. Every dog has their own unique way of showing they belong to your pack, and I want to hear about it. If you enjoyed this deep dive into canine psychology, do me a huge favor and smash that like button. It helps the channel grow and lets us keep bringing you these curious stories. And don't forget to subscribe to Dog Talk and ring that notification bell. We are building a massive community of curious dog lovers who want to understand the why behind the woof. In our next video, we are going to explore the hidden meaning behind why your dog stares at you while they poop. Trust me, the evolutionary reason is completely mind-blowing. Until next time, keep asking why not. Give your dog a belly rub from me, and sweet dreams to you and your furry best friends. I'm Dr. Ben Parker, and this has been Dog Talk. Good night.